Yemisi SHYLLON. I'm the founder of Omooba Yemisi SHYLLON Art Foundation. I'm also the grand donor of the Yemisi SHYLLON Museum of Art at the Pan-Atlantic University. Contribution to the Society of Nigerian Artists is that, number one, I'm a honorary fellow of the Society of Nigerian Artists. I was conferred one in Akwa Ibom, Uyo, some years back. Two, I have been patronizing arts from when I was an undergraduate at the University of Ibadan. And directly and indirectly, I have contributed to the growth of artists. Three, I have I set up my foundation, which has organized the Artist in Residence program for local and international artists, many of whom have benefited. At least I have about 60 artists that have benefited. Four, I also set up a grant and residency program for international and local art historians who have come to obtain their PhD. I think about 18 of them have benefited in my foundation. Six, I am very, very close to Nigerian artists. I'm also close to many artists all over the world. People like Emmanuel Eni, for whom I had to travel all the way from Basel in Switzerland by train to go to his village in Germany, all to open an art exhibition for him. I have done also with people like Victor Ekpuk, who at some many years ago, when he was not very much known, I bought his work, and I think I have his work from 1995. And I was the chairman of his wedding by virtue of that. Olumide Oreshegun, for instance, I have related with him from when he was unknown. Today, Olumide Oreshegun is one of the best known artists from Africa in the world. Many like that. I have associated myself with artists. I respect artists. Artists give me happiness. Artists are the people that have given me the name that I have got, notwithstanding the fact that I am into many professions, but I'm not known for those professions as much as the role I have. Artists have made me play. Artists have made me play in the country and in the world. Well, I don't see any other way for art other than it's going to grow astronomically. More and more people are going to become aware of the importance of art in human development. Art is a very big contributor to tourism in the world. There are many countries that are sustained by virtue of tourism in the world. For instance, Bolivia primarily depends on tourism. Tourism contributes the first contributor to its GDP. Gambia depends on tourism. Great countries that America, for instance, derive a lot of income from tourism in trillions of dollars. China, the same thing. In fact, there has been a study about the amount of money that was generated at the end of 2018. America made $1.6 trillion from tourism. And tourism does not thrive without art. Art is the blood of tourism in the world. Because, art and tourism are inseparable Siamese twins. You cannot separate art from tourism. If you look at great countries that attract the largest tourists in the world, for instance, the largest attractor of tourists in the world is France. France welcomes twice its population as tourists. The population of France is about maybe 40 million or so, whereas they generate about 85 million tourists per annum. And what do they come to see in France? Well, as soon as they land, they want to either see the Eiffel Tower, they want to see the Louvre, they want to see the Museum d'Orsay, they want to see the museum of of Picasso, which I've been to in Paris. They want to see the Museum of Rodin. They want to see the Grevin. They want to see the Loire Valley region, where you have a lot of heritage and art treasures of France. And then I can go on and on like that. So France, for instance, has a history of, for instance, I've been to the Chateau de Clorisay, where the great Leonardo da Vinci lived his last lives. He lived in the Chateau de Clorisay in Paris, off Paris in the Loire Valley region of France. And it attracts a lot of visitors to the world. And in that place, you find all the models of what the great Leonardo da Vinci did. For instance, Leonardo da Vinci was the one that designed how water can flow at an altitude. He was the one that, first of all, drew or sketched an aeroplane in the world. He was also an architect, and so on and so forth. So people go there to see what this great man did. In fact, I've been to the Chateau d'Amboise, where Leonardo da Vinci is buried in the Hubert Chapel of the Amboise Chateau. I can go on and on, all over the world. I've been to about 70 countries in the world. And I can tell you, those countries we have visited only for one reason. I wanted to enjoy the creativity, the beauty of great artists, great minds, like people standing before me here, who are building history. Many of them don't realize that they are building history. That in 100 years' time, all of us on the surface of this earth will be down under the ground. And those who are going to come will now begin to find out, how did we live? What was our lifestyle? What was it about us? And one of the places you can find those things is through art and archaeology. So that is why I'm very, very interested in artists. They give me happiness, they give me joy, and so on and so forth.